All right, good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to our live Saturday morning presentation. I've checked, everyone can see my screen. As you can see, we're going to talk about how to market the Biome DTX. We're going to do something similar to what we did last weekend where we talked about marketing the metabolic LDL. And I want you to understand how you can both use the Biome DTX as well as market the Biome DTX. You'll also notice on my subtitle that it's a patent-pending formula designed to detox, cleanse, and balance your microbiome. And one of the aspects I'm going to show you from a marketing standpoint is this whole thing about the leaky gut and how you can use the leaky gut survey and some other things that I've put together for our presentation today. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. One of the things that I did is I was looking for some current information. So you can see that this was from October 23rd of 2018. It's from a well-respected journal, and the title of it is Burden and Cost of Gastrointestinal Disease in the U.S. The Biome DTX is available here in the United States as well as Canada, but it's also part of Synergy's microbiome program that is available in the European countries. I didn't check the Asian markets to see whether this product is available over in South Korea and other Asian markets. But here in the United States, I was looking for current information, and the two bullet points that I wanted to bring to our attention is the first one: overall annual healthcare expenditures for gastrointestinal disease total $136 billion, which is more than heart disease, which is $113 billion, trauma, which is $103 billion, and mental health, which is $99 billion. And then the second one is abdominal pain is the symptom most responsible for office visits, 22 million, and emergency department visits, 6 million, followed by nausea, vomiting, 5 million visits for nausea, 2 million visits for vomiting, and then diarrhea and gastroenteritis, I think that's how you say it, 3 million for diarrhea and 1 million for the other one. So gastrointestinal issues here in the United States is a big component of the healthcare concerns that people have. And it's important to understand that what I'm going to share with you today is not designed in any way. I am recording this, so it's going to go up on YouTube, and I want people who are seeing this recording as well as people on today's presentation. I'm not here, this product is not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But we do want you to understand that there is a definite market for helping people improve their abdominal health, especially helping people to reset their microbiome so that they can again get improved abdominal health and function. And our product of choice for doing this is Biome DTX. There's other products in the microbiome line from Synergy Worldwide that are excellent in this process of resetting gut health, of helping to flip the microbiome to healthy bacteria that provides positive health benefits versus other bacteria that typically create toxins that then cause abdominal distress and other health issues. So we want to spend our time today, this morning, looking at the Biome DTX from Synergy Worldwide. Now, I pulled this information directly from the fact sheet from Synergy Worldwide, which means that the information that you're seeing right now has been vetted by Synergy Worldwide, and part of the vetting process is because this is a patent-pending product, meaning that this product ingredients have been sent to the U.S. government for a patent, which means that there's studies on this product for them to be able to make the statements that they're making. And again, this is taken directly from Synergy Worldwide's fact sheet. As I go later in today's presentation, I'm going to go through some of the specific ingredients that are part of the Biome DTX. So as you can see, Biome DTX utilizes 3 distinct pathways to provide breakthrough purification. By activating detoxification, cleansing with fiber to eliminate toxins, and balancing the microbiome, this purification drink is a patent-pending formula that purifies the system for a new beginning to elite health. And then these are the listed benefits from Synergy Worldwide with regards to the Biome DTX. First, detoxifies, cleanses and balances the microbiome. Second, activates enzymes to target contaminants. 3, supports healing of the digestive lining with L-glutamine. We're going to talk more specifically about L-glutamine because it's a key amino acid as it applies to digestive health. 4, lubricates digestive tract to facilitate contaminant elimination. And then the 5th benefit is supports healthy bacteria with pH balancing fermented fiber. Now, the other thing that you will find on the fact sheet, which is also on the side of the box of the Biome DTX, the image that I have for you on today's presentation doesn't show this on the box, but this is taken directly off of the fact sheet, which is also on the box. And you'll notice that they have these 3 components: microbiome balance, detox, cleanse. The little asterisk that you see there goes down to, again, that disclaimer statement that I read on the previous 2 slides. Again, they have a disclaimer on all packaging that has to do with nutritional supplements, that we're not here, what is said has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and the product is not designed to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But when you look at these 3 components on microbiome balance, again, balances gut pH levels to support the growth of beneficial bacteria, supports the healing of the digestive lining, ingredients, prebiotics, and L-glutamine. We're going to be talking about those specific ingredients. On detox, activates detoxification signaling, supports elimination of heavy metals, ingredients, zinc, broccoli, sodium, copper, chlorophyllin. And then on cleanse, it balances gut bacteria through elimination, ingredients, inulin, and psyllium. So we're going to be looking at several of these different ingredients. I didn't spend any time looking at sodium, copper, chlorophyllin. We've done presentations with regards to liquid chlorophyll, and I'm a firm believer that liquid chlorophyll should be a daily part of every person's lifestyle. In fact, I have a glass of liquid chlorophyll. I do 1 tablespoon to typically 16 ounces of water, and I have a glass sitting on my desk here. I usually drink 3 or 4 of them on a daily basis. Now, from a marketing standpoint, to me, the easiest thing that you can use to begin the process of a dialogue, because all marketing is letting people know what you're doing, is as you listen to people's conversations, and if those conversations indicate to them that they have some type of abdominal distress, the easy question would be something along this line. If you've got those types of issues going on, I wonder if you have a leaky gut. In fact, have you ever taken a leaky gut survey? And then once you ask that question, you just be quiet. And that's basically a yes or no answer. And if you've printed off this PDF so that you have it as part of your toolbox, toolbox meaning things that you carry with you, whether it be your planner, you have it in the back of your planner, or if you're carrying a purse, you have it in your purse, or whatever, you've got access to it in your car that you can go get it. But this is a key marketing tool. You can find it on our Synergy Family website at the end of today's presentation. If we have time, I'll show you exactly where it's located. And you can download this PDF to your computer. You can print it off. And as you can see, there's 2 sides to the checklist. There's triggers and there's symptoms. And you have them go through the triggers and check off everything that is that would apply to them. You go through the symptoms and have them check off any of the symptoms that apply to them. And the more that they check off, the greater the probability that they might have a leaky gut. Now, again, notice the terminology that I used. I said the greater the probability. I'm not telling them that they have a leaky gut, but I am telling them that their probability increases with the more things that they check off. And one of the things that we try to do in the middle of this PDF is put some context to a leaky gut. While the medical community does not recognize this as a major contributing factor for all sorts of health issues, there is a growing body of science showing how a leaky gut, or what is called intestinal permeability, is wreaking havoc on people's health. This health concern is not new. In fact, Hippocrates recognized it when he stated, quote, all disease begins in the gut, end of quote. While not everyone has this, the following checklist will help you understand your increased probability of this issue. There are 2 columns, triggers and symptoms. The more you check off, the more likely you are to have some level of leaky gut. So you can use the center part of this PDF as a way to explain to the individual what this leaky gut is. Now, once they've taken it, and they have multiple things checked off in triggers and symptoms, I put this PDF together this week. It's not yet up on our Synergy Family website, but I will locate it right next to the Leaky Gut Survey PDF, because then if they do show the probability of having a leaky gut, then how do you address it? And the answer to addressing a leaky gut is with one of 3 choices. And so what I try to do is give you 3 choices that you can then show to your prospective customer, your potential client, that here are 2 products or a product system that can help you address that. And it all comes down to what they want to invest, how much they want to spend to address the issue. So the Biome DTX is first, 2 boxes for $120. Or 4 boxes for $169. I chose to put the 4 boxes up there because a person could see that if they decided to go with 4 boxes, they're going to save themselves $71 in savings, because they're going to need 2 boxes for 30 days. Well, they might want to go longer than 30 days. But again, you can show on this PDF price points, allowing a person to make decisions based upon what they want to do and how much they want to spend. And like I'm sharing with you, you can start with Biome DTX, give them 2 choices. Biome Shake for a meal replacement, 2 canisters for a 30-day program for $90. Or they could do the whole Biome Core Kit, which we again have done a Saturday presentation on, where they get 2 of the Biome DTX, 2 of the Biome Shakes, and 1 of the Biome Actives for $200. Now, I'll give you an example. I used this yesterday with a client who's been on nitric oxide therapy through our product of choice, ProRTN Plus, and would like to address his abdominal health. In discussions with him, we talked about the Biome DTX, the Biome Shake, or the Biome Core Kit, and we decided that his primary objective was weight management. He didn't want to spend $200 at this point in time. So what we decided is just to go with the Biome Shake, where he can then use the Biome Shake as a meal replacement. And again, we've done Saturday presentations on the Biome Shake and how that Biome Shake is designed to help reset abdominal microbiome with the types of ingredients that will support the good bacteria that you want and stop supporting the bad bacteria that you don't want. So again, this is a PDF that will become located on our Synergy Family website on the resource page, that if you choose to use it, it will be there for you as a way of presenting options for a person, pricing information, allowing them to make a buying decision. And then it also helps you understand how you're going to work with your client. Now, as I shared with you, our product of choice is called the Biome DTX from Synergy Worldwide. Why is it our product of choice? Well, this product helps to lubricate your digestive tract to facilitate contaminant elimination. It activates key enzymes to target heavy metal contaminants, and it improves the pH balance of your small intestine to better support healthy bacteria. Part of this whole process is it also is a great product to address leaky gut. This is a fantastic product specifically for leaky gut, because Biome DTX, as you can see by the supplemental facts, contains a good amount of L-glutamine to support the healing of your digestive lining. Now, you'll notice that in the supplemental facts, by law, Synergy has to list all the ingredients that are in their proprietary blend. You can see that it's 6.1 grams. Psyllium Husk is the first L-glutamine is the second, inulin is the third. Now, by law, you have to list ingredients based upon quantities in your proprietary blend. So the greatest amount of the 6.1 grams is made up of psyllium husk, L-glutamine, and inulin. While I do not know the exact amount of L-glutamine that's in this product, I do know that it is a significant amount. And that's important because L-glutamine is hugely important for digestive health. L-glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in your body, and that's because it's critical for cell reproduction. Your gut cells naturally reproduce every few days. L-glutamine helps your body synthesize the needed proteins for this rapid cell reproduction. It helps to restore your gut lining back to healthy tissue that can prevent toxins from entering your bloodstream and significantly reduce inflammation throughout your body. L-glutamine also provides additional benefits as it applies to your gut health. Now, before we talk about those additional benefits, let's help you understand again what a leaky gut is. You can see on the left side, as you're seeing your screen, normal tight junctions. Your small intestine has these cells that are tightly up against each other, which forces all your nutrients and everything that's in your small intestine that's going to get into your bloodstream to have to go through these cells. In a leaky gut, what happens is that gut lining is inflamed and damaged, which then allows for spacing between these cells. And through the spacing, then toxins and pathogens, viruses, and other debris can move instead of through the cell, which would then prevent them from getting into your bloodstream, can go between those cells and then enter your bloodstream directly. And then those, especially if they're toxins, are carried throughout your system. Those toxins then cause inflammation, and inflammation that can occur throughout your whole vascular system. Not just inflammation to the vascular system, but inflammation into joints and other organ systems because of the toxins that come in. So the key is maintaining the integrity of the small intestine. That's why L-glutamine is so critically important. Now, first benefit of L-glutamine is that it also helps your body metabolize. Let me read that again. It helps your body metabolize by better regulating insulin to stabilize your blood sugar levels. So L-glutamine helps in this process of helping insulin work more effectively, which then helps to reduce sugar cravings. And when you reduce sugar cravings, you reduce inflammation because sugar causes inflammation. Sugar is a big contributor to the development of a leaky gut. Unfortunately, when you look at what people eat and drink, there's a huge sugar component to a lot of what they're doing. I feel sorry for all the people who drink straight Coke or Pepsi or any of the sugar-laden drinks that are out there, because just like in a can of Coke, they're typically consuming 48 grams of sugar. Well, 1 teaspoon is 4 grams. So they're consuming about 12 teaspoons of sugar. People would know, if you had a person and you said to them, hey, I've got this glass of water here and I want it to taste better for you, so I want you to put 12 teaspoons of sugar in your water and then drink it. Most people would look at you like, no way I'm going to do that. I would never put 12 teaspoons of sugar in a glass of water. But they still drink pop. Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, go on down the line. You know, they all are laden with sugar. Some of the sports drinks. So what happens is what we consume becomes a big component to creating this leaky gut problem. By using L-glutamine, not only are we helping to restore the gut lining, but we're also helping insulin work more effectively to reduce the sugar craving, which then helps to reduce sugar consumption. Benefit 2, L-glutamine improves your gastrointestinal health by helping to balance mucus production in your gut. This aids in healthy bowel movements and helps to protect you from the formation of ulcers, IBS symptoms, and diarrhea. And then the third thing, especially for athletes, is that L-glutamine is a key amino acid for athletes as it helps promote muscle growth while decreasing muscle wasting, and it helps to speed the recovery from endurance exercises. Now, as I read that, one of the things that popped to my mind would be also this would most likely be a good product for a person who is on some type of statin, because one of the problems with statin, as we learned about last week in our Saturday presentation, is muscle wasting and muscle pain. So again, I would have to do research on this, but it sounds to me like L-glutamine might be a key amino acid to help a person who's on a statin see less of an impact in that area. I don't know that for sure, but when I read that, that's what popped into my mind. For optimal help in healing a leaky gut, L-glutamine is best taken by itself or with other ingredients that will have a synergistic effect. Our product of choice is the Biome DTX, which is a powder supplement that you just mix with room temperature water. And I've got a couple clients that use the Biome DTX. I've recently been doing some surveys with my clients. Some people complain about the taste of it, but most of my clients don't feel like the taste is that bad because they're already familiar with other types of what I call plant-based nutritional products that can have a real earthy taste to them, and the Biome DTX is not in that category. Now, it's also best taken prior to a meal for optimal absorption in the small intestine. So that's a key aspect to understand, and when we come back to the end of this presentation, I'll give you some guidance in terms of how to best take this product. Now, Psyllium, Husk, and Inulin are the next two ingredients. Inulin in the product Biome DTX comes from the chicory root extract. These two ingredients are sources of soluble fiber that improves gastrointestinal health in the following ways. First, they help to maintain normal epithelial barrier function and reduce intestinal permeability. Again, that's just a fancy way of stating that they help to restore and protect the lining of your small intestine. Second, they promote the good bacteria like bifidobacteria, which helps to sustain a healthy mucus layer in your colon. This acts as a protective barrier to your gut lining. Again, that mucus helps to protect those cells from toxins and other acidic things that are happening. One of the key things about the Biome DTX was this aspect of pH balance. I don't want to get into a long discussion. Maybe this is something I can plan for July because our Saturday presentations are all scheduled. But maybe I'll do a presentation in July about pH. For those people that know pH, it has a range from 1 to 14, and 7 is neutral. So anything less than 7 is acidic. Most people understand acid. Acid erodes, corrodes, erodes, damages, can cause, depending upon how acidic it is, can cause direct burns on your hands. So the more acidic something is, the less you want to have in your system because of the damage that can occur. Alkaline is the opposite end of the scale. So anything above 7 is alkaline, and your body wants to be slightly alkaline. So things that you can bring in to help you stay on the alkaline side of the equation, just slightly above 7 is where your body wants to reside, is important for positive good health. And so this whole aspect of having a healthy mucus layer, if a person is, again, a high consumer of Coke and Pepsi and other types of products that has phosphoric acid as part of the component of that soda, they're bringing something that is extremely acidic into their system. The standard American diet is acidic in nature, so that when the foods that you eat in the standard American diet are digestive are digested, the result is an increase in acids, which then can affect the lining of your small intestine, cause inflammation and damage to that lining. So having a healthy mucus layer to your colon is extremely important in moderating or eliminating that potential destructive nature of the types of foods that people eat in those foods causing acidic environment. Third, when the good bacteria in your intestines ferment, these dietary fibers, they produce a compound called butyrate. This is a fatty acid that provides needed energy to maintain the health of the epithelial cells that line your small intestine. So as you can see, looking at the three primary ingredients that are in Biome DTX, Psyllium husk, L-glutamine, and Inulin, all have an amazing component and a synergistic effect in addressing the lining of the small intestine to help those epithelial cells function properly, replicate properly, and be protected properly so that they can do their job, which is to keep the bad stuff out and allow the good nutrients into your bloodstream. In a separate review article from Elementary Pharmacology and Therapeutic, they showed that butyrate has the following key benefits in gut health. First, reinforces colon barrier function, inhibited inflammation, decreased oxidative stress, protected against colon cancer. So I bring this up because, again, the scientific realm, studies done in these different types of ingredients show positive benefits in abdominal health, especially gut health. These benefits have also been documented in a randomized study of 275 patients published in BMJ. There were three groups. They ranged in age from 18 to 65. One group was given 10 grams of psyllium husk, psyllium fiber. The other group was given 10 grams of bran. I remember having my wife's father, he would eat bran every morning. I don't know how people can stand eating that, but he was eating it because he thought it was healthy for him. As you're going to see from this information, he would have been better off with psyllium. And there was a control group that just got rice flour. After 3 months, the symptom severity scores for the psyllium groups were reduced by 90 points. The placebo group saw a reduction of 49 points, and the bran group had a reduction of 58 points. So in that study, the psyllium fiber outperformed all the other two groups in reducing abdominal distress. Now, inulin is another key component because it provides the host the following benefits. It reduces constipation. It improves gut health. It helps to curb appetite. It boosts heart health. It lowers metabolic syndrome risk factors. It can also be used to replace sugar and flour in recipes, which then can significantly reduce inflammation, and it increases calcium absorption. The next ingredient that you'll find in the Biome DTX is apple fruit fiber, which has multiple health benefits. Specific to your gut health, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory food to provide gastrointestinal protection. And you're going to see a common theme that as I go through this slide presentation, it's inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of the start of almost all diseases. So if you can reduce inflammation, you can reduce the risk and potential for disease. So where do you best start out reducing inflammation? You start out by addressing gastrointestinal health. And again, you come back to these different ingredients that are part of the Biome DTX. And as you can see in the big bold letters that I've got, one of the primary keys to reducing the potential for leaky gut is to reduce inflammation. It's also the primary aspect of reducing the potential risk for diseases. So this whole aspect of inflammation is hugely important, and let's start that process of reducing inflammation by reducing it in the gut. The ingredient flaxseed is also key to reducing inflammation because it's an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. One of the keys to reducing inflammation is increasing your intake of omega-3 fatty acids and reducing your intake of omega-6 vegetable oils. Now, again, we could have a Saturday presentation just on this one area. When you look at omega-6 vegetable oils that our government has told us are safe for us to consume, omega-6 vegetable oils, whether it comes from sunflower oil or comes from vegetable oil or corn oil, directly causes inflammation. It turns the switch for inflammation. If you can think of inflammation as an on-off switch, like you walk into a room and you flip the switch on the wall and you turn the lights on or you turn the lights off, omega-6 fatty acids turn the switch on that then lead to inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids turn the switch off. So that's why omega-3 fatty acids are so important to be consuming. And the nice thing about this is we use flaxseed as part of the Biome DTX to bring in an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Additionally, flaxseed is well documented in its ability to promote digestive health. This includes protecting the lining of your gastrointestinal system. It also aids in normal bowel movement to reduce toxic waste products from your system. And flax is a good source of magnesium, which is one of the key steps in healing a leaky gut. There's broccoli flowers, which also again aids in inflammation. So you can see there's a theme here. There's a theme in the three primary ingredients, all designed to address leaky gut and promote good cell replication of the lining of the digestive system of the small intestine with mucus protection, as well as ingredients that are part of the Biome DTX, all designed to reduce inflammation. So that broccoli flowers, it has a host of benefits specific to the lining of your gut, a compound called, and this is hard for me to sometimes get right, but indole carbazole. Carbazole? So anyways, it's easier to say ICZ is produced. This compound binds to and activates key receptors on your gut lining that are critical to maintaining the tight junctions in your small intestine. Again, not only does it reduce inflammation, but it specifically acts by creating a compound called ICZ that then helps to maintain the tight junctions in your small intestine. There are other ingredients in the Biome DTX that also help to detox, cleanse, and provide balance to your microbiome. And the final ingredient that I want to spend some time today is red beet root. Now, specific to your gut, this ingredient helps to address inflammation, but it's also key in detoxification. By reducing your toxin levels, you're addressing two issues. As we looked at the Biome DTX, the ingredients in the Biome DTX are designed to reduce toxins, reduce inflammation, reduce the potential for leaky gut. Now, the additional benefit of red beetroot is its ability to create what's called nitric oxide. Most likely everyone that's on today's presentation is familiar with nitric oxide. You know, we market nitric oxide therapy, and our product of choice is ProArginine Plus because it is the best product in the marketplace that for the creation of nitric oxide. It's the only clinically proven L-arginine supplement in the marketplace here in the United States. It's been recognized for 6 years now by the Physician's Desk Reference as the best L-arginine supplement in the world. But as we know, nitric oxide improves blood flow, but it also improves wound healing. So specific to a leaky gut is improved blood flow to the lining of your small intestine to help provide the needed oxygen and nutrients for proper cell reproduction. And nitric oxide aids in this wound healing process to help restore a leaky gut to a healthy tissue with tight junctions. Again, I'm always amazed when I go through the ingredients that are part of the Biome DTX. I believe that this product is a huge standalone product that could address a lot of people's abdominal distress buy this product alone because of the research that was done at the Hughes Center for Research and Innovation and designing a product that had specific ingredients that synergistically work together to address this whole issue of gut health. Now, we come back to this PDF. You know, a person decides that they want to go on the Biome DTX. They choose to get the 2 boxes to go on a 1-month program, or they decide to get the 4 boxes because they want to go on a 2-month program, and instead of paying $120 2 times, pay $169 and save yourself $71. But they go on the Biome DTX. So here's the recommended directions for the Biome DTX. Take 2 packets per day. Now, you can be more aggressive with it if you wanted, but for most people, I would just suggest that they take 2 packets per day. They're going to need 2 boxes to do that because they want a 30-day program. And they're going to do one of 2 things. They're going to take 1 packet in their meal replacement shake, and the other packet 30 minutes in 8 to 10 ounces of water prior to their largest meal. Or if they're not doing a meal replacement shake, then they would take 1 packet 30 minutes in 8 to 10 ounces of water prior to their largest meal, and then take that second packet 30 minutes in 8 to 10 ounces of water prior to their second largest meal. So you would just need to talk with your client to see what are their meals. You know, what is their largest meal? What is their second largest meal? Okay, these are the places where we want to take the Biome DTX, and we want to take it 30 minutes prior to those meals in 8 to 10 ounces of water, and you want to drink immediately. It's not something that you want to sit around on your table for the next half an hour to an hour and sip on. And the reason why is because the longer you let it sit, the more those soluble fibers are going to then absorb the water, and it's going to go from looking liquid and kind of funky to being more of a paste as you allow it to sit and allow those fibers to absorb the water. So the best thing to do is to consume it in a short period of time and then let it to go work in your small intestine the way it's supposed to. Now, potential side effects. And it's important to help people understand that there are some potential side effects to this product. Anytime a person takes any kind of detox product, there's always going to be potential side effects. They can include diarrhea, could be headaches, could be flu-like symptoms. You know, as you detox, you're putting those toxins back into your system. That can cause, like I said, diarrhea, can cause headaches, can cause flu-like symptoms, maybe some nausea, some bloating as your gut flora readjusts itself. But usually, those potential side effects last or may show up in the first 3 to 5 days. That's the greatest potential for the side effects. And if a person can get past the side effects, then they're going to begin to feel the significant differences in what this product can do for them and how they feel, how they think, how they function, the energy levels that they have. And so we would recommend that people would start either on a Friday night or a Saturday morning so that they can get at least the first couple days in without interfering with their work. And again, if they're having some of these side effects, you just need to help walk them through it. Increasing their water intake would be a way to help them flush toxins out of their system. So water, I don't have this up here, but water would always be key. And again, get liquid chlorophyll and have them use liquid chlorophyll in water. They're going to drink more water. It's going to help them detox, and then just liquid chlorophyll. That liquid chlorophyllin helps them from a detox standpoint too. Now, with that said, do I have any questions from anyone with regards to the information that I've shared with you today? I've got everyone on mute, so you will have to unmute yourself, and then you can ask me your questions. Or if you have any comments or any suggestions that you have, that if you've used Biome DTX and you feel that you have a suggestion that you would like to present to help the rest of us, please unmute yourself, ask me your questions, share your comments, share your suggestions.
Hey, Dan, it's Judy.
Yes, Judy.
So that first slide that you put up about the size of the market, and I just thought it was really, really interesting that, of course, heart disease is the #1 killer, but it looks like gut health is the #1 complainer.
Yes.
And so that just gives us just such a huge opportunity because people are having problems, with their gut, with the food they're eating, with their microbiome and the balance. And uh, there's just so much opportunity here. um, I notice as I'm out and about, I call it the biome gut, and I can actually look at people now and see if they have that inflammation and where that inflammation in their gut is, to whether they have some gut health issues. It's just it's almost everybody. And I just thought that study is so interesting that it just opening up our market. Every single pro-arginine customer that we have, we should address this with.
Yeah, I love what you shared, Judy, because when you look at what you've just talked about, the #1 complaint is gastrointestinal disease, abdominal distress, 136 billion. Unfortunately, people with regards to heart disease, some of them never get to complain about it because they end up, heart attack or a stroke and they're dead. All right.
Right.
So there's no complaining. Um, eh, so when you look at Synergy worldwide, we have the 2 largest markets that we can address in terms of helping people to improve their health. Nitric oxide therapy to address cardiovascular health issues in our product of choice, ProArginine Plus, gastrointestinal health, gut health through microbiome research in our product of choice, the Biome product line from Synergy Worldwide. And within that product line, there's some key products to help them. As we've seen today, the Biome DTX, as we've seen in the past, the Biome Shake, and as we've seen in one of the Saturday presentations, the Biome Core Kit, where you've got the Biome Shake, the Biome DTX, and the Biome Actives to help in that process of, when I say aggressively, I'm talking about, quickly flipping the the bad bacteria to the good bacteria because of the ingredients that are part of that system.
Yes, and the way you've presented this here, it really helps the customer make a decision based on their physical needs and their financial needs.
Correct.
Because some people may not want to spend $249 a month on the biggest kit, but they are willing to spend 45 or $60 to just get started and to start making a difference. And we always say, it's climbing the mountain cannot be done in a day. You'd have to do it step by step. So we just have to get them started.
Yeah, and so for example, I have a new client who started with 1 box of Biome DTX, doing just 1 stick a day. She's pretty health conscious, but she's already seen an improvement in her health. And so now she wants another box of Biome DTX. She wants to do a Biome DTX on a monthly basis because she understands the importance of gut health. And even though she is pretty clean in what she eats, she's seen a benefit from the Biome DTX. She knows her body. She's seen the improvement in energy, the improvement in thinking, cognitive function, and she wants to continue that. So you're right, Judy. We help a person make a decision on a product that can help them and find the price point that is best for them, get them started. They see the improvements, they feel the improvements, and they want to continue those improvements so they can continue with a box or 2 boxes or a Biome Shake or 2 Biome Shakes, or they can start out with that whole Biome Core Kit, or they start out with a shake and say, I feel so good. I think I'm going to go with the whole program because now it's not a money aspect, but it's okay, you've proven to me that this stuff works. Now I want to address the whole issue. And it's just a matter of working with your client.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have anything that you want to comment on or share before we say goodbye?
Yeah, Dan, this is Bob.
Yes,
Excuse me,
Bob.
I was trying to get my computer unmuted here. I wanted to thank you. One of the things that I've certainly noticed over the last few years is a kind of a bit of a reluctance from people. They may recognize they're having some issues. They may recognize that the way they eat or their constant consumption of soda, Coke or Diet Coke or whatever. And even though they recognize that these things aren't good for them, there's a real reluctance to stop, to change, to make an adjustment. And I think that's one of the things that is probably most challenging for us to overcome. When we are working with people, helping people to bring them some information that will help them, to give them some opportunities to heal themselves up. But a lot of people just don't want to change. They don't want to change the way they eat or the way they drink, and that can be a real challenge. It's frustrating sometimes as a distributor, as a team member, to overcome those kinds of challenges. But thank you so much for your presentation. This is really spot on. It's going to help us, I think.
So Bob, I'm listening to what you're sharing with me, and so I'm just going to give you a suggestion that when you run into that, I would say directly to that person, well, my question to you is this: do you want to know why you can't change?
Okay.
And what do you think you would get for a response?
Well, I guess it would depend on the individual, but I
Correct.
suppose, yeah, most people would probably comment that they like what they're doing.
So you like the fact that you don't feel good?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't apply to me, of course.
No, I know, but you role play your customers, and I'm gonna be you be your customer, and I'm just gonna take you through a role play, and you give me
Sure.
the responses. So
Sure.
so Bob, you like not feeling well?
No, not at all. I don't.
So do you want to know why you can't make that change?
I think it would help if I understood why, because I struggle with it.
Okay. So Bob, the key to this is the microbiome of your gut. Those bacteria are driving your eating cravings, the foods that you choose to eat that you want to stop but you can't. It's not because you lack willpower, Bob. It's because the microbiome of your gut is driving your eating patterns. And it's not going to change until you change your microbiome. So if you want to really change, I can help you do that in a fairly short period of time. Most likely in 2 weeks to no more than a month, that we can change the makeup of your microbiome. And once you change the makeup of your microbiome, you're going to desire different food. You're not going to want those sugary drinks. You're not going to want all those carbohydrates. You're going to want other foods because that's what your microbiome wants. And once you change your microbiome, you'll find that you can have control over this process because you now have the good bacteria working for you instead of the bad bacteria working against you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
So
then
I'll leave it up to you, Bob.
question.
When you want to make that change, I'm here to help you.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Good, Dan. Thank you. That's a great approach. So my next question then is with respect to that. Once you've cleansed your gut, once you've reset things, once you've made that change, how quickly do people fall back into the kind of eating habits they had before? How quickly can you mess up your microbiome again after you've cleansed? Is it quick?
Yeah, if you read the research, you're going to find that just as fast as you can change your microbiome to the good bacteria, you can change it back to the bad bacteria by your food choices. So
Yeah.
just like we share with people, if I have people talk to me, well, how long do I have to take ProRGN Plus? And I share with them, well, that depends upon you. If you want to enjoy the benefits of nitric oxide therapy and improve blood flow, then you need to be nourishing your microbiome, or you need to be nourishing the lining of your vascular system on a daily basis with the ingredients that it needs to optimize nitric oxide production. So I use the same thing. Look, you know, if you really want to enjoy the benefits of improved gut health, then you need to support the good bacteria with the ingredients that it needs so that they can dominate your system instead of the bad bacteria dominating your system. So that means that you need to be taking this stuff on a daily basis. Now, do you have to be as aggressive initially as what you were initially? No, but you need to be bringing this stuff in on a consistent basis every day. So maybe instead of doing 2 packets of DTX, you're doing 1 packet on a daily basis. You know, you're doing 1 of the Biome Shake on a daily basis. You're replacing a meal, so pretty much you're cost neutral, but at least you're giving that microbiome the ingredients that it needs to be able to stay on the healthy side of the equation, and you then enjoy those benefits.
Perfect.
And when I share that with people with regards to nitric oxide therapy, it makes sense to them. And that's why I've got customers that have been with me for 6, 7, 8 years using the ProArgin Plus because they want the benefits. They feel the benefits. They want the benefits. They want to continue to address that for a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. You know, thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. Thanks for the questions.
You bet.
Anyone else with any questions or comments before we say goodbye? All right. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time today. I think Bob and Judy, you're up for next Saturday. Leadership development. I think it's the last law of the 21 laws of irrefutable. What is it? Irrefutable.
Yeah, leadership.
Leadership.
Right, and it's leave a legacy, so it should be a great session.
Yeah, and it ties right into Synergy Worldwide. Leave a legacy.
Yep.
Exactly.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Talk to you next Saturday.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Judy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dan.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.